All right, so we have pick number 6 from the collective Tennessee Titans 2025 NFL draft class. Go check out the other 5 picks. Let me introduce myself to you guys. I treat every video as if this is the first time you see me or found a video of mine. Charles Barnes been doing this for over a decade. What makes me different is I keep accountability of all my picks. So after this series of going over what the Titans actually did, I will make a video series of the selections that I would have made. PFF certified data analyst, former college recruiter, had positions in different places that would have definitely hyped up my aura, as the young kids would say, and my credibility and my social proof, but declined to stay closer to my children, to raise my children, actually raise them. So that's a little brief synopsis about myself. That's what people say that people want to hear, for credibility sake. But I definitely put more credence to my actual work ethic and my ability to be accurate more than anything else. So with that fourth round, selection, pick 136, the Tennessee Titans select Elic Ayomanor out of Stanford. 6'2", 210, big bodied guy, smart, cerebral player. To me, you see this a little bit, but I definitely think the Titans traded up for a juiced up version of Nick Westbrook Akine. I think that's, at the bare minimum, if he stays healthy, that's what um, Io Manor can become. He's a gamer. He played up to competition. Whenever there was a tough matchup, he definitely played up to it. He's a 1v1 50-50 ball winner. Um, I think his ceiling, and we'll talk about ceilings. We might as well get it out the way. We don't have to go in order. So also adding to the series, which is different than last year. At least I think so. From what I recall, is I'm adding a floor NFL player comp, a middle if there is one, and then a ceiling. So for him, I had NWI as his floor. Like if for those that don't know, he was top what 4 or 5 in touchdowns last year, and what that shows about NWI's game is that he's incredibly dependable because a lot of those were schemed specifically for him. He has the ability to separate vertically, which Io Manor has as well. So I definitely think you look at what NWI was able to do last year. I don't see why Elic Ayomanor wouldn't be able to do it himself. I'm just gonna call him EA. I don't know if anybody's called him that yet, but I'm just gonna call him EA. But so EA's ability to win downfield vertically, his production that he had at Stanford, despite, don't like to talk about other players, but let's call a spade a spade. Questionable quarterback play. He still made plays. His production collectively was affected by that. Very similar to, I guess you could say, Chimray DK as well, having a quarterback play affect their production collectively. I think his middle ground is like a Kenny Britt type of player, where we'll talk about the ugly part about it, or maybe we should just talk about it now, right? Um, but there is some concern with EA with his ability to stay on the field. He had some unlucky breaks, quite literally, in high school, and some tears in high school and then freshman year. Um, so we hope that he stays out of the medical tent. And if that's the case and he stays consistent, then he's not a Kenny Britt player. He's more so Michael Crabtree. That's my ceiling for Elic Ayomanor, aka EA. Uh, excuse me. And I think that he can play above the rim. He can make plays, yards after catch, not dynamic yards after catch, but definitely has the ability to. And I mean that on a consistent basis. I know there's some the video out there against Colorado that everybody loves to keep talking about, of him running away from Travis Hunter. Which, by the way, I don't know how duplicatable that performance is, because some of those passes were just like I'm not even gonna say pinpoint, but it allowed Elic to show his ball skills in the air, and it allowed him to show his strength. I think the biggest thing that showed was how much stronger EA was than Travis Hunter at that point. So it showcased his physicality more than it did anything else. There wasn't that much separation, which is a concern of his. He doesn't separate consistently. Um, he's had drops. He's averaged 6 drops over the past 2 years. Um, if he develops an alpha mentality and he starts to get like the lion's share of targets, Michael Crabtree is his ceiling. And I haven't really seen that being tossed around the net about his potential. So this year, his role, I think that he can be the starting X. If he does what I think he can do, if he stays healthy, if he continues to be physical, if he continues to be a gamer, he talks about how his mind is his biggest weapon. He's a smart cerebral player, so I tend to agree. So if he continues with that competitiveness and stays healthy, he definitely would be the starter this year. If not the starter, the immediate backup, and I think he can be a big impact player in the future if all goes well.